Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack Wall Street's deepest secrets. Sometimes the simplest filings can hide the most interesting stories. Today we are diving into a report from Abbott Laboratories. And let me tell you, this filing is like a peek behind the curtain of a corporate decision that might just affect how many people sit on their board. We're talking about changes to their bylaws, which might sound dry, but stick with us because this could signal interesting things about leadership and strategy. And as always, before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you love getting these detailed breakdowns straight from the source, make sure you are subscribed. Also, we have a fantastic community over on Discord that you can join using the link in the description below. We discuss these filings and a lot more. So, this report from Abbott Laboratories, or Abbott as it is known by its stock ticker, is a current report filed on Form 8. Think of this as a filing that announces significant events that shareholders should know about. The report is dated the 20th of February 2026, and that is the date they are reporting on the earliest event. Abbott Laboratories is incorporated in Illinois, and they have been around for a while. Their employer identification number is 36-0698440. You can see their principal executive offices are located in Abbott Park, Illinois, and their main phone number is 2024-667-6100. Now, they have a few checkboxes here that are standard for these filings, basically indicating if they are using this report to fulfill other communication obligations, like if they are making a public offering or soliciting shareholders. In this case, none of those boxes are checked, so it is a straightforward report. They are also indicating they are not an emerging growth company. This is important because it means they have to follow the same accounting and reporting standards as larger, more established companies. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Item 5.03 talks about amendments to their articles of incorporation or bylaws, or a change in their fiscal year. For Abbott, the big news here is an amendment made to their bylaws. On the 20th of February 2026, Abbott's board of directors decided to change something important. They amended their bylaws. Specifically, they changed the part that says how many people can be on their board of directors. Before this change, the board was supposed to have 13 people. After this amendment, which will become effective on the 24th of April 2026, the board will be made up of 12 people. So basically they are reducing the size of their board by one member. This might seem like a small detail, but changes to board size can often signal shifts in strategy, governance, or even just internal restructuring. Then we have item 9.01, which covers financial statements and exhibits. This is where they list any supporting documents. The key exhibit here is Exhibit 3.1, which is the actual document detailing the amended bylaws, effective the 24th of April 2026. This is the full legal text of the change we just discussed. And then there is Exhibit 104, the cover page interactive data file. This is for all the electronic tagging that the SEC uses for data analysis. It is important for regulators, but not usually for us digging for the story. Finally, we have the signature section. This is where the authorized officers of the company sign off, confirming the accuracy of the report. Here we see the signature of Philip P. Boudreau, who is the Executive Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer. This confirms that the company has officially filed this report. Now, let's talk about what this all means. The most significant piece of information here is the reduction in the size of the board of directors. Why would a company do this? There could be several reasons. Perhaps they are looking to streamline decision. Making a smaller board can sometimes be nimbler and more efficient. Another possibility is that they are consolidating roles or consolidating power. Sometimes a reduction in board size can be a precursor to other strategic moves, like mergers, acquisitions, or divestitures. It could also be a response to shareholder feedback, though there is no indication of that here. From a governance perspective, a 13-member board is quite common for a company of Abbott's size. Reducing it to 12 might not, on its own, indicate a major problem. However, it is worth keeping an eye on how this change plays out. Will the remaining directors have increased responsibilities? Will the company be looking to add new board members with specific expertise in the future? It is also important to note that this change becomes effective on the 24th of April, 2026. This gives them a little bit of time to implement it, and it might mean that there is a specific event or transition planned around that date. While this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables, which we often see in 10Q or 10K reports that give us a deep dive into revenues and profits, this 8K is all about operational and governance changes. It is less about the immediate financial health and more about the company's structure and future direction. Looking at the broader picture for Abbott Laboratories, they are a major player in the healthcare industry, with a diverse portfolio spanning diagnostics, medical devices, nutrition, and branded generic pharmaceuticals. Their stock ticker is Abt. They are known for their stability and consistent dividend payments, making them a favourite among many investors. This particular filing doesn't give us direct financial numbers to analyse like revenue growth or profit margins. However, changes in board composition can indirectly influence financial performance. A more focused and effective board could lead to better strategic decisions, which in turn can boost financial results. Conversely, if this change is not handled well, it could create internal friction or lead to less diverse perspectives in the boardroom, which could eventually impact the company's bottom line. The fact that they are reducing the board size might signal a move towards greater operational efficiency or a sharpening of their strategic focus. It could be that Abbott is looking to streamline its governance structure as it navigates the complex and ever-changing healthcare landscape. We'll have to wait and see if this leads to any further announcements or changes in their business strategy. In conclusion, this filing is a subtle but potentially significant indicator of organizational change at Abbott Laboratories. The reduction in board size, while not a dramatic financial disclosure, speaks to potential shifts in governance and operational strategy that could have long-term implications for the company. It is one of those behind-the-scenes adjustments that sometimes signals much larger movements to come. So, what is your take on this board size reduction? Do you think it is a positive move towards efficiency? Or does it raise any flags for you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content just like this. And don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for even more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.